Hey, Charlie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Just got home from work.
Oh, boy. Right.
Well,
Oh, my
what's
gosh.
that? Yeah,
Late?
I had some barbecue up in Jupiter, and that's why I just wanted to avoid the traffic.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're done for the week? You're not working tomorrow, are you?
I actually am working tomorrow.
Oh.
I know. I know.
Oh.
And then I was off Monday.
Yeah, that's true. That's right.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just trying to earn a living.
Yeah, I know. And I've got two little guys that I need to put to sleep. They are. Where are you now? On the way back from Jupiter?
Yeah, I'm a highway.
Yeah. Wendy's having some people over to dinner tonight, so she's cooking, and the boys are sleeping here. And then in the morning, she's going to yoga. So I think she said she'll pick them up about 10:30 tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So you find some time to see your sister, hopefully Sunday maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's the only day I can.
I know.
It's also the only day I have to do anything for myself.
Well, so do something for yourself, that's all.
Yeah, no. I'll come down and see her that night, Sunday night or something.
Yeah.
So, and it just means like if I want to take the boat out, I can, or do something like that.
Oh.
So I'll see. Let me see what's going on. I mean, I talked to her, but
yeah. It's lightning out here. I don't know what it's like where you are, but
it's not raining, but it looks like there's rain up ahead.
Yeah. We haven't had the rain yet, but lots of lightning.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta understand too. I mean, I'll try to come down and see him, but it's like it always depends. I mean, Sunday she has a party till 2, his birthday party till 2.
She has a birthday party, yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be after 2, and then you never know what other people are around or people who are visiting her.
No, I don't think she has anyone. She has no one visiting.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably try to.
I'll talk to her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to. It can't be contrived.
No, I know.
So I can't. That one day was like perfect when I came down, and I was like, oh, mom and dad. Like I was happened to be working in Miami, and then you happen to have tickets, and then I got to go like talk to her for a little bit. I mean, but I'll talk to her. I mean.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's going to be one of those times. It's like it's close again to her. Probably, I don't know if she's going to break up with him or not. I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know if she's going to break up with him or not. But in my mind, you don't see somebody and then not see him on your birthday. That just doesn't make sense.
Well, let me tell you something. I'll talk to her.
I know you will.
I took her to lunch the other day to Rocco's.
Yeah, you said that day. She said I'd miss it.
Well, she said with her life, I know. So it was all positive. I mean, she said her life without him, she would be sad. And I was even talking to Bree about it. I mean, listen, as soon as like Dave dates somebody else, like if Wendy pushes him off and Dave dates someone else, like Wendy and the boys ain't coming over and hanging out with Dave's new girlfriend. Like they're not. That ain't gonna happen.
Bree didn't say that, did she?
Yeah, of course.
She did. Oh, so there's
Bree's very good friends with Dave. I mean, what do you think? Dave's gonna have the girl he used to be in love with, and really wanted to date around the new girlfriend? No. I mean, what are you on, Brad?
She needs one more session with you.
I'll give her one.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. That's it.
Because let me just tell you something, and it's like a double-edged sword. Her life is very, very, very good. And the reason her life is so good is because she's getting so much help from everybody around her.
I know.
Which makes the importance of having a husband there or whatever not as like crucial. And what I'm saying is like she has lots of friends and she has lots of family around her and she has no financial needs that are not going to be met by herself. So now she's a strong, independent woman. So my point is it's a double-edged sword. It's like when you give your kid a trust fund, then you wonder how come they don't want to go to medical school and deal with all the bullshit, the lawyers and the aggravation and the nonsense of medicine in 2016. I mean, it's nice you gave them a trust fund, but they stop. Some of the drive, a lot of the drive is gone. I mean, I'm just saying, that's not an exact parallel, but it just goes to show you there's like an equal and opposite effect. I mean, if dad was insanely successful, I wouldn't have become a doctor. I probably would have done nothing. So it's a double-edged sword. I mean, do you wish dad was insanely successful? Yeah, but you know what the problem is? Your kid goes, why the fuck am I going to bust my ass? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I think what you need to emphasize with her this time is more about what her life is going to be like.
Well, without the kids, that's
right.
what Mom trusts me.
And the children.
What happens is this: people only see today.
Right.
And
not looking 3 years from now when she's 40. And the boys are not going to accept anybody else, not going to like anybody else. That's what she needs to see. And how good he is to them now.
Right.
I mean
this is the
thing. Will be heartbroken if she breaks up with him.
Well, she can't pick her husband based on her kids, but this is what I'm telling you. I will talk to her.
I know. Charlie?
Oh. That's what I'm telling you. I will talk to her.
I know.
And I will do my best job possible. I mean,
I know.
That day that she was like, that guy Rodriguez or whatever, Rodrigo, whatever. I literally in 20 minutes took her from the point that she was thinking about dating him to saying thanks for ruining it for me. I'm not going to hang out with him anymore. I go, Wendy.
I know you're. Listen, I know you're good.
And then what I do is I let her fill in the blank. I go, Wendy. I go, first of all, he's a moron because he's sitting there talking to you and your brother, dad's a dentist, I'm a dentist, and he's like bitching about the cost of quality dentistry. I said, but besides that, he's calling his boss a fool. I've worked in that building for 10 years. As you know, I don't personally know his boss. I go, not only that, Wendy, I go, do the math. If he doesn't make 150, but saying he did, he was left after the ex-wife and his 2 children and himself. Okay? Then you pay the taxes, or you pay the taxes before, and then you do this and you do that. He's 45, he's not a partner, and he's thinking about leaving this firm to go start over again. I go, you're going out to dinner with the guy having drinks, thinking like, oh, this is great, he's handsome, he's funny, he's this. I go, the problem is that if he was 24 and you were 21, it goes like that. It's not the guy and the girl, it's the guy with his ex-wife and his 2 kids, and Wendy with her baggage and her 2 kids, and you're trying to combine. It's not like you're trying to combine 2 people. You're trying to combine 7 people and 1 person who's financially trapped. I mean, listen, if I was making $150 a year and I had an ex-wife and 2 kids, do you think I'm looking to like complicate my life or uncomplicate my life? You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like, where do you think it's going to be when, like, I mean, I wouldn't, and it's, the problem is too, is like, and she has to hear it from me because I'm in that demographic of guys who wants to date.
Right.
And I don't have a problem telling her, Wendy, you put a Victoria's Secret model in front of me at 37. I'm not asking her on a date. No.
She needs to know, Charlie, how unusual a guy he is.
Of course.
This is, Mom, and especially from.
Mom, I have done.
I know, honey.
And I will continue to talk to her.
I know.
But there's a limit there's a point at which someone purposely will do what you're asking them to purposely do the opposite.
Well, she's going to screw her life because there ain't going to be another Dave. There ain't going to be another Dave.
What's that?
There's not going to be another Dave.
No. The reason why is I'll never tell someone you can't win the lottery twice, but I can tell you this, the probability is not in your favor. Probability is not in your favor of winning the lotto once. Yeah. Winning it twice, even more. And that's how I talk to her. Because what happens is this.
Because that's what she needs to hear. She
understands when I don't ever offend her because I don't talk about her. I just say, Wendy, listen, if you put a 37-year-old Victoria's Secret model in front of me, I wouldn't want to get serious with her. Why? When I can be with a 25-year-old. I said, a 25-year-old is going to be 18 in 15 years. I go, you want to buy a car with high mileage or low mileage? I go, listen, Wendy, you don't want to date a guy that's 50. You know why? Because he's too old for you. And he's going to be 60 in 10 years. And 10 years from now, you don't want to see yourself with a 60-year-old. I get it. So it is what it is.
But you can definitely ask her why she's not going out with Dave, because you were there with this lady. Clearly said it.
I know. Mom.
Like it opens it for you.
Of course. Yeah. But just hear me out. Yeah. I can talk to Wendy differently than anyone can. But even when I do, I don't reference it as saying, Wendy, in a million years I wouldn't date a girl like you with 2 kids. Because it's true, in a million years I wouldn't. What I would say is, Wendy, the Victoria's Secret model, I wouldn't have you set me up with if she was 37. And that's just, it's a double standard, but that's life. And she knows about double standards in life. It is what it is. So all I can say is, like, when I talk to her and I put it in those terms, she gets it. She gets it. But, obviously it doesn't help that she's got these friends.
I know.
Tell her that you deserve the Superman with some guy who's a doctor who's single, who's just dying to take over the responsibility for kids who aren't his.
Right.
Like, and there's tons of very wealthy, successful, young, good-looking guys want to date her because nothing's more fun than having a 6-year-old fart in your face while you're trying to talk to your girlfriend when you get home from work. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Only someone like him, who's got 3 boys, who knows what it's like, could understand it, and doesn't even bother him.
Yeah, and it's not only that. Let me give you an example. Ted, you remember Ted Ross had that crazy mom lived on the other street? The lawyer.
No, of course.
Okay. Ted got divorced from his wife. He's engaged now. I told you about that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he took a whole bunch of people. He took, Warren Sapp,
the
football player. Yeah. He took Warren Sapp, Javon Curse, a whole bunch of his friends, like paid for everybody for like 20 people to go for the weekend to Atlanta. So we'll go there and spend like $50,000. So his wife ended up sleeping with Javon Curse.
Nice.
So anyway, so he's engaged now to a new girl that he's known forever. Okay. He has 3. I'm in that age group. I don't know one. And I'm wondering if you've met one. It's not, yes, your kids are a blessing to you. They're a burden to somebody else.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, listen, do I look like the kind of guy that wants to come home from work and talk to my 37-year-old girlfriend while her kid farts in my face? No, they're my nephews. I love them. But as far as dating someone, hell no. Why do I want to go ahead and tell my girlfriend, listen, let's go away for the weekend. What time can you get off next Friday? Okay, I don't want to go like, oh, we got to deal with, can we get the in-laws to watch them? What's their schedule look like? It's not just Wendy. It's Wendy and the 3 boys. It's 3 people you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. So you can't, and you can. Trust me. I know what to say.
I know you do.
And I listen, and a part of me is pissed because you know what? Someone gets handed a golden opportunity.
And that, you know what? That's what she has to hear. Sometimes you get the gold ring, and you two, I don't know what, she's got her head stuck up in her ass.
Because she has everyone telling her that she's such a great catch, and she is. But they're not. But guess what?
They're not living her life.
They're not living her life, and they're not breaking it down and saying who's, and listen, the guy who may treat her really well just may never really bond with the kid. Like, there's so many aspects to it. So you can be a great guy, just doesn't really want to do anything with your kids. What are you going to do? Kick him out too?
This guy not only is crazy about her, but he's crazy about those boys. And you see how he treats her, and that's what.
That's why. Because the truth is, she can meet a great guy. You know, those aren't his boys, and he just doesn't like them. What is she gonna do? Get rid of him? He may treat her well, but he's like okay with the kids.
Tolerate the kids. We'll put up with them.
I put up with them, whatever. And then what if they're real nice to the boys on day one, but you know, 3 years down the road, he's pretty much had enough of them. They're ain't his. You know, they're going through a tough time. I mean, I'm just saying.
I think she needs to know that she's been given an opportunity that she most likely will never happen again.
No,
listen, it away. She's not only throwing it away for herself, she's throwing it away for these kids that deserve a dad.
But you don't understand. You could never say that to her. Well, you can. It would just head poorly.
Yeah, I know.
You can say anything you want. It's America. I could just tell you the end of the cover. You could tell me the beginning.
If I thought I could say it, if you weren't here, that's what I would do. I would try.
You'd f it up good. Yeah, you'd f it up good and go, I tried. You would get 30 seconds into your planned speech before she told you to butt out of her life. And rightfully so, it's her life. She can tell you whatever she wants. But the difference is that I can talk to her differently than you can.
I know. Charlie, believe me, and I'm grateful that you do. I really am. You know that. You know that.
Trust me, I know. I mean, listen, she's doing great with that, considering everything she's been through. I would just like.
You know what?
Her.
She's your sister. She loves you. She's a good sister, and you're an amazing brother. And I'm just grateful the two of you have each other. I really am.
Well, I am too. But I can tell you
I really am, and I appreciate what you do because.
I go.
Who else is going to do it? Who else is going to say, "Hey, wake up"? You know, this is not only the perfect guy for you, but a dad for these boys. My God.
Listen. Most people don't ever get an opportunity like this to begin with. Like I'm just saying, like to begin with.
I'm shocked that she does.
Because the truth, and that's what I can. Listen, Mom.
I feel like smacking her in the head. I mean it. And going like, wake up.
Trust me, Mom. Let me say this much to you. As much as you feel like knocking her over the head, I feel like punching her and then knocking her over the head.
Yeah.
So trust me on this. So what I'm telling you is that I'll talk to her and I will do my best, my best is very good.
I know.
And I can listen. And you got to understand the way I'll tell her too is like, Wendy, she loves Jess. I think Jess is awesome. Jess will be a great friend to me. And I talk to Jess all the time. Wendy, I wouldn't date Jess in a million years because she's 37 and she has no kids.
She has no kids and desperately wants children.
Absolutely. I said, but she has no. I go, what? To you about. So it's like you winning the lotto and saying, I'll never win the lotto again. That's not true. You still have a 1 in 14 million chance. That's like, I'm not going to take that from you. You can get out there and buy another ticket and win the lotto again. It's highly unlikely. So as it's highly unlikely, you know, your problem, Wendy, is that you're highly educated and very smart, and you can't date beneath you. I go, if you want to lower your standards, you will have no problem. But you can't date beneath you. You got to date successful. You don't want to date too old. You don't want to date a guy who's divorced with a crazy ex-wife who's going to make your life living hell. You have it on top of it, which you can't even believe. He has a wife who doesn't want to be a mother to his kids, so she's not sticking her nose in his business.
And she's not sticking her hand out either, but I need money.
No, she already got paid $3 million.
I know.
So she's already been paid off.
Is out of the way.
Yeah, and she's not like in your nose, in your face, like. So you top it all off with that, that's like a 1 in a million. Because usually the ex-wife is bitter and angry that the husband's moving on. She's moved on. She's got her life. She's somewhat of a mom, not really. I go, you know, Wendy, it's like, you know, I'll paint the whole picture for her and then ask her who does she expect to meet? Mm-hmm. Because the problem is, Wendy, if a guy is real successful and he's been through a divorce, I'd say 98 out of those 100 guys, if they're young, successful, and they've already been through the divorce, and they just lost 70% of their money or 60%, they are so gun shy. The last thing on the planet they need to do is go through it again. They want to date. They want to enjoy life. They want to make money. They already have their kids. I'm not looking to make a whole.
She owes it to those kids.
Yeah, but
she has an opportunity that she would throw in the garbage, and then these kids, and believe me, that's it. They're not going to have another dad.
No. Well,
and
it was a listen. They had a dad. It was a tragedy. What happened?
Yeah. Well,
what I'm
here's an opportunity for them to grow up with a dad who would pay attention, who's smart, who would be great.
Yeah.
Here, Ben said to me today. I mean, the kid is not even 7, and he said to me, "You know what I want to do, Grandma? I want to make apps." I said, "You want to make apps?" He said, "I want to make up my own app. Like, I have all these ideas for an app." I said, "Well, how do you think you do that?" He said, "Well, I'm going to ask Dave because he's great on computers. He knows a lot of computer stuff, so I think he can help me make an app." I mean, he's a smart little kid.
Yeah,
and
Mom, trust me, Mom.
And he loves him.
Yeah, Mom.
Oh, it breaks my heart because I really see how much these kids adore him, and how attentive and kind he is to the kids. Doesn't she see it? Doesn't she realize that?
Mom, I will listen today.
I know, Joe.
I will talk to him. Not him. I will talk to her.
Yeah.
And I will, trust me, I will go down there on Sunday on my one day off this week. I mean, you have to understand, I work so late all the time.
Oh, sweetie, I know.
It's really not like I don't have it's my one day off, and I'm going to go down there to let me see if I can even get time with her. If I go down there, it's going to be like, she has friends stopping over, and we can sit and
call her tomorrow and just work out just say, I'll come down, and that way she doesn't know whether I'll come down and have Sunday dinner with everyone, and then you can say, "Would you care if Wendy and I went out and you stay with the boys?"
Yeah, but let me. I know I was planning on doing something Sunday, but don't worry, I'll cancel my plans. I'll go down there. I'm just kidding. I got to tell you something, Mom. A part of me is there's a lot I'd like to say that I can't say.
I know.
And there's a part of me that I got to worry about my own life and myself instead of spending my time worrying about somebody who's talking to a door who doesn't get the picture because she got luckier than I've ever gotten. And because she got luckier than I've ever gotten, she has this empowerment that it's becoming more of a trust fund baby situation.
Well, it's not because I actually said to Dad the other day.
I'll tell you this:
I'm not going to make it so easy. Let her start calling the babysitters. Let her start spending the money.
Mom,
I mean it.
Mom, she's becoming, and I'm telling you this, it's becoming a trust fund baby situation in the sense that she's gotten a lot and she hasn't worked for it. And I'm in a situation that I have what I have because I've worked for it. I've made mistakes. I've made good choices. I've made bad choices. But at the end of the day, everything I have is because I went to school. I took out loans, and
you worked.
And I worked.
Mm-hmm.
And I had $200,000 in loans. And I did, luckily in Perio, they gave us money as a stipend. And I also worked in Dad's office on the weekends and in other offices. So I picked up cash and I got $20,000 a year while I was in Perio from the Perio department. I mean, we lucked out. It was the only years they did that. What amounts to millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the truth is, the money that's going to the kids, a lot of it is money normal person would have to work and and pay for camp for kids.
Sure.
So whether it's food, whether it's camp, whether it's doctors, whether it's schooling, whether it's clothes, whether it's when the kid's 18 and he needs this or he needs that or he needs a car or he needs tuition or he needs to go here and there. This is things that she would normal people have to earn, pay taxes on, save up, and pay for. So between all that and the monthly check for $4,000 a month, and then plus the other stuff from Shelley, like She literally came in to millions of dollars. Okay. Plus the house, she just sold the house. Like, my point is like, she has done nothing to earn what she has. So she is in such a comfortable situation where normally, let me back up, normally single mom with 2 kids who's working almost paycheck to paycheck and has $150,000 in the bank, a guy like Dave comes along and it's like, oh my God, like, yeah, I won the lottery. You know what the problem is? She already won the lottery.
She did, yeah.
So you're taking somebody, who, and the thing is this, it's not like she worked for it. It's not like she achieved it. It was just it was sprinkled on her.
Yeah.
And that's great. And I'm happy that she's in that situation. I'm not hating her. But what I'm saying is that her mindset,
yes, I know,
has changed because she has this sense, not only the sense of independence, but friends sometimes most friends just tell their friends what they want to hear. So you want to hear what a great catch you are and how many, like, it changes. You change, your age changes, people look at you differently. It changes. So, like it or not, change is inevitable. And unfortunately for a woman, it doesn't get easier. 0.99% sure you will never do any better than this. So if your friends want to tell you what you want to hear, and you are amazing, but they don't take into the account your age, the boys' ages, and the fact that talk to a guy who's going to be honest with you and say, if you had your choice, would you like a 26-year-old or a 36-year-old or a 46-year-old or a 56-year-old? Pick. Guys who are successful, 26, he's like 50. Disgusting. And she gets pregnant by him.
Oh, God.
She marries him. Okay. They were married for 3 or 4 years. She got all her plastic surgery done. You say he wasn't a good-looking guy. She didn't have a picture to show me, but she said he wasn't good-looking at all.
Yeah.
But the point is like, you say that, like, what did he expect? She was 26. It stresses. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So what happens is these girls don't have real-world experiences and I'll give you a perfect example. I know you got to probably do something, but I'll just tell you this real quickly. These younger girls generally don't have the real every time. And I'm thinking to myself, this guy is a dermatologist with a real nice office that'll be making in the millions very soon.
Sure.
And when you hit 30 years old, honey, and you're trying to get Botox and facials and everything, your dream in this planet would be to marry to a dermatologist who makes $2 million on their finger. And they go, ooh, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. They just went to Europe. At that young age, they usually don't they don't act like that because they don't get the full picture.
No, I see what you're saying.
They don't get the full picture of what a rough ride it's going to be. When they turn in their 30s,
Wendy hasn't seen it as a rough ride. But don't forget.
By the way, that's my mom. That's
the point. I know.
Is that if Sweetheart had no child care, this is my whole point in my story. If Sweetheart didn't have any child care help, if Sweetheart had $60,000 in the bank and didn't have millions, she would be looking at him like he was a knight in shining armor.
That's right.
Instead, she's sitting there with millions in the bank and unlimited child care and like people blowing sunshine up her ass, telling her how great she is. She ain't running. It's cool. Like, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? That was my whole point of my spiel is that.
Well, you'll wake her up a little bit.
Between the two of us, she's gotten a little bit of that trust fund mentality.
Yeah.
Of, I'm independent, but guess what, Sweetheart? You didn't do to get yourself where you are.
Yeah.
So, and I can talk like that to you. I can't obviously say anything to her, but like, she didn't do anything to get to where she is in life. Whereas like, that's what's complicating this little situation because she's sitting pretty with a silver spoon and hadn't done anything to earn it. So she also doesn't need Dave to provide. That's the problem too. It's like if there was a need, it would make it a lot more important, is what I'm saying.
Right. That's right.
So, Mom, I will talk to her, and I will promise you, I'm going to set it up so I get dinner with her. And I'll be like, oh, let me check with Mom and Dad if they can watch the boys. We'll get something Sunday night. And I will not go out on the boat Sunday, and I will take her out. But I'm telling you, like,
it's last shot. I will
literally, it'll be brutal. I will be like, Wendy, if you f this up, you may not get anybody else. Like, there's a very good chance you won't see this package again. And the only reason I say it, and I'll tell her, is I've never seen the package once, other than Dave. And that's it. It's not just on one level. Like, it's on 12 levels.
I'm telling you, I know what will dig at her. And if you tell her, you never go to someone who cares about these boys like he does.
Yeah.
And loves the boys, plays with the boys, treats them like their own.
No.
Has what he has. Say, Wendy, just what you said, don't.
Yeah, don't f it up for the boys, because
that's right.
In hindsight, 3 years is going to go by real quick. And go talk to some 40-year-old women with 2 kids and ask them how good the dating scene is these days. If they get asked out on a date, if they get asked out on a date, they don't give a f if he's a garbage man. They're happy to be going out with someone.
You ought to let her know. You ought to let her know, I don't want to be the one that you come to and say, boy, I really I don't want you to do that.
You know what the thing is? At least I could paint a picture
of
what it's going to be. And then when that picture happens, and Wendy also has told to me, like, I'm a progressive thinker. Like, I can see the future in some regards and, like, see how things are going to play out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say,
it should be.
Yeah, it's like sitting and saying to someone, listen, if you don't go to college, this is probably how it's going to go down for you. Now, some people do very well not going to college, but it ain't many. And it takes more luck than anything else.
This is a rare opportunity. It's dropped in her lap. And I wouldn't be
I'll tell anybody, I wouldn't be wasting my breath.
Right.
I wouldn't be spending this time with you, really trying to drive this thought home to you, if I thought you were going to do better or have another opportunity.
That's right.
I said, and I trust me, I will make a point. The point of my whole story will be about the kids. See, I could do whatever I want. Number 1, I'm a guy. Number 2, I'm successful. Number 3, I could date someone 15 years younger than me. Number 4, I could have kids in a year from now or 2 years from now. It doesn't matter. I go, so you can't look at me. I'm in a totally different place in life. 3 and 4, I don't have 2 kids to worry about.
Right.
I could pick up and disappear for 3 months if I feel like it.
Yeah.
So don't look at me and be like, oh, well, my brother's like this. Well, we're in different situations. And I can be selfish. I got nobody else to worry about but myself.
That's right. She needs to do what's right for herself and those children now.
Trust me, I will.
3 years from now.
I will drive it
home. She'll lose him, and I think she needs to know, he's not going to hang around forever. You're going to lose him, and then you're going to be so sorry.
Trust me, Mom,
and those boys you're going to make it sorry for those children, and that would be awful.
I'm going to tell you, you might as well stop talking to him now, because Dave will have someone soon, and you better do it sooner than later. So tell the boys they're not going to see him anymore, and go sit by yourself. Good luck. Trust me, I will. I was surprised how well it went last time. I really thought it went well.
I know. And it did, because she wasn't going to see him again.
Yeah.
So
well, I will work my magic.
I know you will. Time. Try one more time. Charlie, I love you.
All right, I love you. I'll talk to you later. But I will do it one more time, and I'll come
you will.
Sunday night.
Okay, honey.
All right, love you.
Make sure you let her know that you're coming Sunday.
I will.
Just let her know that it's like family dinner or something, because I don't want her to make plans.
I will call her tomorrow, and I'll text her tomorrow.
Okay, honey.
All right, love you. Bye.
I love you too. Bye.